going on, guys? Bengal here. Did a warm-up game, which is a bad idea, by the way, because here's why. Why not just record every game in case something cool happens, then you have it actually documented? But, you know, interesting seed. Got close in Kenya, recognized the Dominican Republic, recognized northern Sweden, which is hard to do, and then a tough Peru, fairly tough Canada. But we're back. I'm walking through each round on Geoguessr, telling you guys why I decide to go for a specific spot, what I'm seeing that makes me choose that. This one's interesting right away. I almost think that stop sign says Arret, A-R-R-E-T, instead of stop, and that would be French Canada. I almost think that. Kia, S-T-E, Fox, maybe? It looks like the US, but not. Right? It could be the US. White plate. Got a Nissan. I really don't think that would say stop. I think this is Canada. I think it's French Canada. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I think I'm just going to throw one out there. There's not a whole lot more I can do with this. I feel like we see it's generally just like suburbia somewhere. I think based on it looking like the US, but something being off, and that street sign, I don't think it says stop. It's too long. It just looks like Arret, which is what you see in French Canada. I'm going to go in here. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I am right. It was Quebec. So it definitely said Arret on that sign. I'll show you. I don't speak French, by the way. I'm sure it's not quite pronounced the way I am. It's blurred now. But there it is. Look, I'm telling you. And I played enough to where I could recognize that it just didn't look like it said stop. It's interesting, though, that underneath that stop sign, and I've never seen or noticed that before or made a note of it, underneath the stop sign, there was the flag of Quebec. Not on that one, though. Interesting. All right, well, pretty good start. 60 miles away. I probably just should have clicked Quebec. Ooh, interesting round. White car. Yeah, I was about to say, I almost expect to see bars on this car, just based on how this looks. I think this is the Dominican Republic. Now, there's a car, I think it's the DR car, white front, but it looks kind of weird, with bars. I think this is the Dominican Republic. I've been trying to get better at this. The DR so seldomly pops up. Could this be anywhere else? I think this is DR car. So I think this has to be the Dominican Republic based on, you know, how tropical everything looks. But I have seen in the DR, the roads are like just sandy. This is not exactly that. So I'm trying to think, could it be anything else? Because I did the last round before I started. There were some poles. There were some that were hexagonal, like the way you see in Mexico. And then some were square. These are cylindrical, which is interesting. White-ish plate. That one definitely looks square to me. Yeah, I think this is the DR. It's just usually going to be Santo Domingo. It could be Santiago de los Caballeros. Could be there. Could be there. I've seen it on Santiago de los Caballeros before. It's funny. I don't know why I can't say Caballeros. There we go. I think I'm just going to go Santo Domingo. It's just probably that. And I'm going to go fairly close to the city center, because I know, like, over here, that round that you guys didn't see, kind of a sandy looking road. This, I'm going to say, is probably in a more built up area, although it does seem like maybe be over here, just based on it being a little bit not super populated. I don't know. I'm going DR. It is Santiago de los Caballeros, or closer there. Yeah, Santo Domingo, I think, is just like a lot sandier. So maybe we'll remember that. Maybe we'll remember that. Still not terrible points, but in the DR, you want to score way better than I just did. All right, Izmir, that's Turkey. This is huge. This could be big points. So we have the exits. We have the roads. What else can I tell you guys about this being Turkey? Well, white road lines is pretty clear. Also, it just looks like Turkey. with the rolling hills. It's kind of dry, Mediterranean looking. But also the biggest thing clearly is we have the road. We have a major city, and thankfully I recognize Izmir as Turkey. I know where it is. And we're headed south. We can tell from the compass. Southwest, perhaps. And let's see. So the E881. That's this one. There's Akhisar right there. We know we're heading south. D565 is the exit. That's 550. No, that's 555. We need 565. But we're real close to here. Now, it's interesting that we see the 565 or 555, but not the 565. There's the 565. But that turns into the 881. Interesting. Now, is it saying that Akhisar is 500 meters away? I don't think that checks out at all. Huh. This should be one that I 5K, but I don't think I'm going to. Like, I see 565. It's very clearly this road. Right? But it doesn't stay as 565. Where's that? That's the 05 and the 881. So it really feels like we got to be somewhere around here. Because we see the 05 to the 881. Right? We see the 565 to Akhisar, which is to the northeast on this map. But here, it's not quite. Neighboring city with a K. Could that be Kapakli? I don't think so. Is there another neighboring city with a K? It looks like it says, like, that's too tough to sell. Too tough to see. That looks like it says Balikesar, right? And that looks like it's maybe less than 100 meters away. So that could be Konak Pinar. And it doesn't quite look like it says that. But that's definitely Balikesar right there, that one. And then Istanbul is 353 meters away. Right? So 353 away. That's 100 away. So there's got to be... Maybe that is Kapakli? I'm struggling here because I really want to 5K this. And I don't want to screw it up. This would be heading north. I think we got to be like right here. And there's a little road that goes underneath this one. Could it be like right there? Could that be the road that goes underneath? And then they'd be telling us that that's the 565 to go the other way. I'm just not particularly good at figuring this stuff out, like to 5K. But we see, obviously, Saruhanli, that's right there. Then Manisa, boom. And then Izmir. I think everything checks out here. I think that would be the road that goes underneath, like right there. Is it though? No, it is. It isn't, because this one goes around. This road is extremely identifiable, right? It's north, south, a little bit along with the highway, okay, and then it breaks west. Or excuse me, it breaks east. Where is that road? Shoot. I think it goes underneath. Oh, could it be that one? It's the 05. I'm struggling. This is a lot of points. But it's definitely two... Okay, interesting. It's definitely two lanes. It's a 2-lane highway, clearly, or 2 different sides of the road. Oh, I really want to 5K this. I really do. I don't think that feed-in makes enough sense to me. Because it would be like, it would go down like this, the way it goes down. But there'd be road on this side as well. Why am I struggling so much? It really shouldn't be this hard for me. The road turns like southwest and that northwest. Like there's definitely a distinct little curvature going on. I don't think it's there. I wish I could just know that we're on one of these roads. And like we see the exit. That's the thing that pisses me off. But I don't know, is that in 500 meters? It can't be. God, this is so frustrating. Like, are we on the... I don't think we're on the 565. I think we're on the road 05 or E881. And it's announcing a turn to Akhisar. But we're on the right side. We're going south. Which is confusing to me. Because that doesn't make sense to me. I'm taking so long on this one. I'm taking so long. I'm just going to go off this. So the turn to 565. This is the 565. It turns into 881. I think we're on the 05 maybe. So we'd have to be here then? Hey, we'll find out. 15 miles away. God. I knew it did not match up. And there's the road that we talked about. I knew it didn't match up. I clicked it anyway. I was on it for like 20 minutes, dude. That's so bad for me. But also, like, I didn't know what to do about the 565 being announced. I just didn't know what to do with that. Yeah, okay. Well, good points in Turkey nonetheless, but a disappointing effort. We're in Australia. Looks kind of weird, to be fair. Like, it is pretty green here, which is atypical of Australia, but it is Australia. White lines. Oftentimes you'll see white outside lines as well, other than just the middle. Australian bollards, which are these white with the red little rectangle in there. We have signs on the left side of the street indicating left side driving. Where is this in Australia? Really don't know. I think I want to go Perth just because it looks very strange to where it usually is in Australia, which is over here. So I am going to go Perth side. And it was just super, super, super south. And that's why it looked weird. Even south of Melbourne. Like so south. And I'm going to need a miracle to get 20K. Okay, these are very interesting bollards. These appear in Czechia and Slovakia. It's not really a great look at them. That really isn't either. That is kind of better. It's like they're white with a black big stripe, and then usually what it'll be is 2 orange, like, kind of rhombuses on top of each other, but they're like rounded. Hopefully that's a good description. So we're in Czechia or Slovakia. It should be pretty good points. I never know how to differentiate the two. I never have any clue. Blue signs. Blue location signs. We'll remember that. So maybe next time we see blue location signs, we'll go one or the other. I'm going to go Slovakia, but not too far from the Czech border. And it is Slovakia, 48-18, and we clutch out the 20K. So maybe blue sign Slovakia. We'll remember that for the future. Trying to get better, trying to improve. I need to be better about getting 5Ks when I get street signs. This one's tough. This one's really weird. Yellow middle lines, white outside lines, US or Canada probably. We're on a river with a very interesting bridge. I think this is extremely north. I'm tempted to go Alaska. I don't know if the trees are quite northern enough. I kind of want to go Yukon, like in this general area. It's such a small river, like I don't think we're going to find it. I guess we could be on a main road. That could be a little bridge that we're on. I mean, could that feed out into something big? I don't think so. I think more likely it's an extremely small body of water that we would have to zoom in like a ton to even be able to see. Like maybe there. We're never going to find it. It's bendy on both sides. What I mean by that is the road is not straight off on either side of the bridge. And it also probably isn't even close to where I am. That's another big thing. There's Mount Archibald and Mount Martha Black. I don't really see any big mountains. It's tough to see. We don't really have great vision, but I'm pretty comfortable with where I've clicked it. I know it's not going to be correct, which is a little bit unfortunate. Like, I know there's a 0% chance of being correct where I clicked, but I don't really think we have much of a choice. I'm just looking for a little body of water that would make sense. It's not really seeing it. I mean, I suppose we could be on the border. I'm just going to go where I've clicked. Not even close. Knew that was a possibility. So, Nat. Jeez. Did I get it that time? Not sure. Don't think so. It was Nova Scotia. Yeah, I mean, I just never get that. Never get that. I thought about like Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire area for a minute, but was not prepared to go there. And there it was. Like, I mean, look how bendy this road is. Round 2 of 5, we're sitting on 338 points. That did not go well. See a lot of brick. That's pretty popular in this region of the world. Like right in through here, even through Denmark, Germany a little bit as well. Yellow back plates, white front plates. I am ready to throw in the UK. That's just a thing that they have there. Lincoln Labor Club. This is a sign for Lincoln. I think it's safe to say we're in Lincoln. There's .UK. So we are indeed in the United Kingdom. I think it's likely England. I guess I don't know that for a fact. And let's see if we can find Lincoln really quickly. I think it's likely England, but I guess I don't really know. Let me look in the suburbs of London. There is public transport here, so it tells me that the city has to be at least like reasonably sized. So London is as good a place as any to start. It is fairly massive. I wish I just would know where Lincoln is. That'd be really nice. But unfortunately, I don't. And you know what? I'm probably not going to find it. I'm not really going to look too long, but I'll look in London. I'll look in like Manchester. I'll look in Birmingham. But I'm not going to bother checking Wales. Leicester. I mean, England is small enough, to be fair, that there could just be a bus that travels somewhat far. I mean, that's not out of the question, I don't think. Could certainly be, and I'm sure that there are 100% buses that go from London to Birmingham to Manchester to wherever. But I do want to check the bigger cities to see if there's a Lincoln like somewhere inside or slightly, you know, outside of the major city. But I do not know where Lincoln is. I don't think we're going to find it. If I saw it, whoopsies, but I don't think I'm going to find it. I suppose it definitely could be more north, but I mean, now we're in Scotland. There's Linton. Frustrating. Could be in Glasgow. It's just probably not Scotland. That's the thing. I'm going to click down in London. Actually, one last place. I'm going to check the Isle of Man. Don't see it. We're going London area. And there it is. Pretty large city, actually. Would I have seen that? If I zoomed in this much, yes, but probably not. Lincoln was east of Sheffield. We know that for the future now. Know that for the future. Looks like Europe. EU plate as well, which is the white, skinny, long plate. Blue EU thing on the far left of the plate. You'll see that in the front and back. This one is tough to see. I think it kind of blends in with the color of the car. We see language. Looks weird. Say that about it. I see these signs all over. It looks like a red hammer or a mallet. It's definitely Europe. Like, without question. The only question is, where in Europe is it? Big cylindrical poles. I can't tell if that's Cyrillic or not. Like, it's, well, I mean, it's not, but it's weird. I kind of want to go like Serbia, maybe. We don't see enough language to really know what it is. I don't really have a big problem with Serbia. And it was Serbia. Hey, we love to see it. I mean, it just didn't look like a lot of other Eastern, or a lot of other European countries. And as you can see, there is Cyrillic. But this top one, tough to say if that even is. It's like a mix, which makes sense. But nice little get of Serbia there. I can never tell apart these Eastern European countries. Like, this region of the world, like, I know it's in that region of the world every time that it's in there, pretty much. But actually distinguishing where is tough. This is Ghana. Ghana car. Anytime you see this car jutting out in front, it's Ghana. You're going to see black tape on a bar of the car when I change that. But also, it does look like Ghana quite a bit. There's the black tape. And Ghana, you will see... What will you see? You'll see signs like this all over the place, by the way. Those big ones. But where exactly in Ghana? Tough to say. Yellow plates will frequent, I think, on like utility vehicles, but not actual, like, people cars. Like non-working vehicles, I should say. This bus has Korean on the back of it. Odd. Kumasi Road, that's helpful. Sunyani Road. Here's the thing about that, though. Is Kumasi's a big city, but what is Sunyani? That's another road, but that's another city. So we're not 100% in Kumasi. Or maybe, I mean, that's Monkranzo, Biposo Monkranzo. No idea. I'm going to go Sunyani because it doesn't look like a huge city, right? And the fact that it has a road called Sunyani, or Sunyani, makes me kind of think that, oh, there's a good chance it could be there. Location, Kumasi, Accra, Morong, Malamzak Spiritual and Herbal Center. And it was Monkranzo. So close to Kumasi. I went, right in Sunyani trying to get huge points. Not too bad. Not too bad. And then 5 of 5, impossible to get 20K. Coca-Cola sign. We also see Japanese. So we talked about it in the last episode. That says like Ashino. Don't know where that is. Can't really read what that says. But we talked about the low camera. So low cam which features in Japan. You'll also occasionally see on these poles like caution, black and white, like markings. Now those feature in Taiwan as well, but in Taiwan they're more diagonal and they go all the way down, from the middle all the way down. Japan they never do. South Korea they don't as well. But LoCam ensures that this is Japan. Also, you'll see these red and white bollards in Hokkaido, I believe, which is the northernmost island of Japan. But something's off. I bet they could be in other places too. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking for like these. I'm looking for the Claymore heating unit. So if you guys can see what that is, if you played MW2 or just know anything about modern day mines in general, a Claymore mine looks like this. It's like a square box with kind of triangular pegs on each side of it. It looks like a Claymore right here, right that thing. That is also in Hokkaido. It's a heating unit, I found out. And it gets really cold up in here because this is super north. So everything's telling me Hokkaido right now. So I think it's got to be. There's another one of those Claymore heating units. So, I mean, Hokkaido just seems like pretty clear here. So now that we know it's probably Hokkaido, let's see if we can find any of these places. So let's look for Ashino. That's number 1. We also see Omishibetsu or something like that. I don't speak Japanese, but I also can't really read what that says because it's too blurry. It doesn't have to be Hokkaido, but I really think it is, based off of everything I talked about. Could it be Oshamambe? I don't think so. I think it ends in Su. TSU. Su. So I don't think that's it. I think Ashiro or Ashino, whatever that says, should be the easiest one to find. But maybe not. It's a Bira. I don't think it says that. It's Tatsuma. I really don't think it says that. I think it clearly says ASHINO. So let me take a look for that. Ashuro. I don't think it says that. So I'm not gonna go with that one just yet. Let's see here. Please show me Ashino. I really, really want to do well on this because I never score well in Japan. I never score well in Japan. And I don't think I'm going to this time because I can't seem to find this place. I mean, there are a lot of cities in here. I haven't checked any of them. But I feel like if I would have seen Ashino, it would have popped out to me. So I can't really see the road number. It's like maybe 385. Maybe I'll look for that and I'll make a cut and be back here. I can't read it enough. Devastating. It could be up here as well, I suppose. Like maybe I'll cut it off at like Sendai and go north that way. I really think based off of what I talked about, it has to be north. Again, I suppose it doesn't have to be, but I really think that it is. Please show me an Ashino. I wish I could read this sign. I wish I was just a little bit closer. And also if I were to find, you know, that long O word or that K word, whatever that is. That would be nice as well. I just don't think it's going to happen. Devastating. Devastating. Yeah, I'm about going to tap out here. We're just going to click down in... Where do I want to go here? Let's go near Ashuro. And it was indeed Hokkaido. Super north. I'm still not seeing any of the signs there. I don't see an Ashiro still. I mean, granted, they might not just translate cleanly like that. But I don't see any of what they could have been talking about. Like, what could that have been for? Unless I completely don't understand anything about this language, but that says Hamatambetsu. Or yeah, hold on. Let me see this location. Could that have been that? And it just totally translates differently? It's definitely a Shino. Oh, that road is not close. 1089. Where is Ashino? This is actually like super annoying. Looks like it's probably to the west. I'm still not seeing it. It's probably that Asachino, which is not even close to clearly labeled. Jesus. All right. Not too bad, I guess. We'll do another. I know I'm taking forever on these, but I'm really trying to score well for you guys. Crazy round. Crazy round. I'm going to struggle here. Can't read the language. White road lines. Whatever this weird sign is. It's very rocky here. I really don't know. I mean, I'm thinking Europe. The dirt is really red, though, which is peculiar. The huge, like, castle-looking thing on top of this mountain. We have water to the south. The dirt being red is confusing to me, but white lines, it's just probably going to be Europe. Could this be Australia? It doesn't look like Australia really at all, but the red dirt would make sense. We don't see any of the Australian bollards that we're used to seeing. This sign as well just doesn't strike me as that at all. I think it's Europe. Could it be Spain? Spain would make sense with the white lines. I could also see it being fairly red there at points. Water to the south would make sense. Let's check Spain. Now, it's probably not going to be Gibraltar area. At least not Gibraltar. But it could be maybe the area. Let's see here. So it just opens up straight to the south, maybe even southeast as well. But it seems like it is all around the southwest. I guess I could see it being in here somewhere. I guess that would make some sense to me. But we need something to wrap around to the southeast. So unless there was like... And if there was a big city in here, it would make even more sense. But I don't think that there is. Right? And this little rock substance out there as well could be pretty helpful. But I don't really see anything quite like that. Oh, hold on. That definitely looks like right here where I'm clicking. Looks like it could be that. And that would put us like in here somewhere. But I also don't see that little rock. Which we're going to call, I mean, it's more than a little rock, but the rest makes sense to me. Like, really makes sense. But it just doesn't match up well enough. But I think that's definitely somewhat close. Okay. So I'll leave it there for now. I really want to score well. I mean, if I have all the time in the world, I know this might be boring to watch, but I'm really just trying to figure it out, right? Could be Portugal, I guess, for the same reasons. So we'll look around through here. I don't hate where we've clicked right now. Once again, I am fairly certain it's not accurate. There's a nice little rock that would make sense for what that one is, but there's nothing that wraps around across it. So once again, don't think it's quite right. And also, we got to think about the road that we're on. It's really right on the water. Right on the water. Wraps around to the southwest. I'm not really seeing a road that even looks close to that so far. And also figuring out just exactly how long this is. This is not that long. This is going to be really, really tough to find. And that's it. This is even Spain. It might not be. It really doesn't have to. I know I'm looking in Portugal right now. And there's just no road that matches over there. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not going to find this. Let's go. Let's just go in here. It's not right, but it kind of looks close enough. All right, let's see. Yeah, it was Greece. It was Greece. This is what I was looking for, obviously, with the little island that stuck out and it wrapped around. We saw places that looked kind of like that. Ended up clicking in a place that kind of looked like that. But in the end, it didn't match enough. And I didn't check Greece. Greece also has white road lines. And it's also mountainous. I guess I didn't expect it to be so red looking. And then the red and the yellow sign, I guess I should have picked up on as Greece. I probably would have even given up quicker in Greece, though, just because of the sheer amount of islands that there are. Like, do I ever really get down in there just south of Athens to this point? Probably not. Tough round. I lasted way too long on it. I mean, no idea where this is. Actually, just kidding. France. We're going to have like a little French bollard in there. The signs that you'll see in French, or in France, which it is in French, but you'll see those in France pretty often. So the French bollards are the white with the red across when it's like cylindrical. When it's more like a board, it'll be Poland. And I kind of want to go Poland for this one, honestly, but it's got to be France. It just has to be. We're going to go fairly north. And it is fairly south, 420 miles away. Nice. I think this is the Netherlands right away. Something that you'll see often in the Netherlands is like dashed lines closer to the middle of the actual road, and then you'll see red or like brickwork on the outside. Could be for like a bike lane or something like that. I don't really know what it's for. I don't live in the Netherlands. If you do, or if you know, be sure to tell me. The Netherlands also has yellow plates in the front and back, as we see here. But the road pretty much gives it away. Also, the language looks exactly like Dutch. So I think this is definitely the Netherlands. And I would be fairly happy throwing, somewhere around here. I think. Yeah. And we're 44 miles away, close to Utrecht. And off to the next round. Looks like Spanish off the bat. San Antonio. It's not exactly helpful because there's San Antonio everywhere. Okay, so yellow plate on this one. Doesn't necessarily mean Colombia. We see this car that features in Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, and Ecuador, I believe. I would buy Colombia for this one, though. Yellow plate, I think it's going to be south or super north, but I don't really think it's going to be too in the middle. The reason I say that is because it's just generally really mountainous there, in this, it doesn't really look super mountainous. But if I see a San Antonio quickly, I'll be real happy about it. But the odds of seeing this little San Antonio where they haven't changed the sign in 40 years, I don't think it's going to be good. I think the odds of actually finding this place, minimal. Minimal. I won't put a number to it, but I don't think the odds are very good. And I'm not really seeing a San Antonio. I'm not going to look for this too much. We spent so much time on the other one. Where I'm just going to go south. I'm going to throw us in here somewhere. And we're going to go off. It also doesn't have to be Colombia, but I think it might be. And it is Colombia. Where's our little San Antonio? Not even called that. Not even called that. But not too far away. 219 miles. Colombia is huge, so I'll take my points there. And then, not doing too well here. Black car. Yellow middle lines. I think it's going to be Argentina. And also the dirt roads. Like, you don't see that in the U.S. ever. Black car is in Argentina. Uruguay. Peru. Don't really think it's Peru. Just kind of looks like Argentina. Sun puts us in the southern hemisphere, so I'm real comfortable going down south. Dirt road, plus this road with the yellow lines. We're on a major road going, roughly north-south, although not quite. And yeah, I mean, kind of want to go on a highway, but I want to go towards the middle country. This makes sense enough to me. And I choose the right road. No, that's the 152. I went on the 6, where I thought maybe we'd connect that way, but no. It even changes to the 232. 152 goes that way. All right, not too bad for Argentina, which is massive. Argentina's pretty interesting looking, where I think you can score fairly well there because it's like super dark and all dirt roads, and it's super mountainous in some places, and it looks fairly tropical in others, and it's super dry in some other places. So I feel like you can score generally fairly well in Argentina, even though the size of the country is massive. Yellow middle line. Only one of them, though. This car, which again, Mexico, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil. Red dirt. The poles are not Brazilian. Can't really get a good look at some of them. They're wood. I kind of want to go Mexico here, but the dirt is so red, it's a little odd to me. Yeah, I don't love this round at all. Single yellow middle line I see in Mexico, I feel like the most often, so I think we have the best chance to be correct going in Mexico. Let's go near Guadalajara. And it was Brazil. That explains the red dirt. Just the lines didn't really match up to me. Usually you'll see double yellow line in Brazil and specific poles too. And I didn't really see the Brazil poles, even though the dirt didn't really make sense for Mexico. I thought, I don't know all the dirt in Mexico. So I thought Guadalajara. Pero no. It was Brazil. 88 points. These road lines are so distinct. White in the middle, yellow on the outside. It's certainly in the South African area. However, these mountains, these hills are so classic Lesotho, it's ridiculous. But this street sign, or this road sign, I should say, I don't think those are Lesotho. Because you'll see the A1, the A25. The R is, I think, just classic South Africa. But it's got to be fairly close to Eswatini, just looking at everything. So let's see. And the R, I think, is just like any of these. So let's see if we can find the 56 around. There's a 58. There's the 56. Found that actually pretty quickly. So we're looking for Stainsburg. There it is. Steinsburg is to the general northwest, I would say. Multino is to the general east. Okay. And what was the other one? Burgersdorp. Where's that? I don't know. But it's got to be around here somewhere. It doesn't really matter. We found Multino. So I wish we could know what this road's going to be. But it's like a generally east-west road, which is the 56. That makes sense. We're at a crossroads of sorts. There's Multino, but it's tough to say. It's tough to say where exactly we are. Like, we certainly could be here. Or here. Like, it's hard to see the curvature of the road. Definitely to the east, it's pretty straight. And then to the west, maybe not so much. I'm pretty comfortable with where we've clicked. I also know very well that it just might not be there at all. But this road's kind of like, it almost looks closed. And this on the map almost looks closed, the way it's grayed out. So I'm comfortable going here. I'm probably not going to 5K, but also I might. And I did. 5,000 points in South Africa. Gotta love it. I still feel like it's a guessing game sometimes for 5Ks, but we guessed correctly. As it looks like Peru right off the bat to me. It might not be. Sun has us in the south. Yellow lines. White car. Interesting. Now, usually in Chile, you'll only see white lines, but this just looks so interesting. White car I've seen in Chile, Bolivia, Peru when it looks like this. I never get Bolivia right. It's like a salt flat. Almost, though. Big mountains to the south. What are the odds of finding like a salt flat anywhere? I have no idea. Like, all yellow lines is pretty weird to me. I kind of want to just not even consider Chile, but I know that it could just be weird. It could just be weird Chile. I don't know. This one's kind of tough. But those mountains to the south are huge. So big. I almost just want to go Peru and just hope we get lucky. I'm not going to 5K, so this is just going to be a round where we learn things. It was Chile. Yeah, I didn't want to just like cancel it out because I know that there could be yellow lines in some places, but they're usually all white. Super weird round. It did look like that area, which is why we stayed fairly close to it. But the yellow lines, I just was not going Chile. Very interesting. Very interesting. So I guess I'll remember that if we ever get, located here again. Super weird looking yellow lines. Plus, it just looks like Chile. If we could have seen that sign, that would have been great. Definitely way too far away. But look, green sign, Chile. Maybe that's helpful for the future. But look at this area. Look how cool this looks. So we'll remember that. And it was next to a national park. I don't know if these are salt flats per se, but yeah, it's good information to know. And where are the big mountains to the south? Just Alto Toroni, potentially. Impossible to get 20K, but we look like we're in the US or Canada. No front plates. A couple of different states have that. Thai restaurant. That's center with an E on the end, so we are in Canada. Where in Canada? White plate. White plate, white plate. I think like green plates is Saskatchewan, maybe. I really got to get better at Canada. Bonsoir. I mean, it's got to be French Canada. It also looks like it too, to be fair. So let's just go not too far from Quebec. Watch it be like Ottawa and I'm not close. That'd be really sad. Nope, 69 miles away. Nice. On the border of Maine. It did look like Maine, to be fair to it. So, yeah, makes sense. But French Canada. And this, wow. This is Peru to me. Black car, yellow middle lines. But this doesn't quite look like Argentina earlier. And the road is so nice. I definitely think this is Peru. Peru is huge. It also looks like kind of oddly flat here, even though there are like some rolling hills for sure. I don't even know you can call those rolling hills, but maybe one of these like flat areas. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Oh, it was Argentina. Usually you won't see the roads like that. Fair play. I got beat on that round. With the black car, would have been Argentina, Peru, Uruguay. Roads don't look like Uruguay. This just doesn't look like Uruguay. But yeah, it looks super dark and just like rocky. So that, I mean, it looked like Argentina. I just thought it was Peru more. So I got beat on that. We'll do one more. This is probably a long video. I've been recording for close to an hour. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Sun to the south puts us in the north. White dashed lines is weird because that's a thing that happens in Sweden. I think France as well. This doesn't look like Sweden at all. Reddish dirt. Oh man, this is a weird round. I don't think it's Greece. I think it's probably France, but I'm going to go super south. I don't know how south exactly, but these look like, I don't know, fields, like for growing stuff, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of rocky. I really want to go super south. Like, it looks like Bordeaux, like maybe like a winery type vineyard stuff. So I think anywhere in this range is probably not a super bad idea. Let's go for it. 196 miles away, but it was Spain. So that's a good thing to remember. Spain will have white dashed lines. Didn't know that, but now we do. Losing is learning. It's one way to look at it. That's Korean. You can recognize Korean because they use a lot of circles. Like either like the little ovals, either upwards or to the side. Also, it's not low cam. And this kind of looks like Japan. And black car. So South Korea. You'll also see, yeah, the diagonal cautions. But it doesn't go down all the way to the bottom like it does in Taiwan. Which we haven't had a Taiwan round, but it's South Korea. Where in South Korea? Your guess is as good as mine. Usually a good idea to hedge and go somewhere right about there. And it was far more northeast, but good points. We can still do fairly well here. Looks like Italy. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, so this is kind of a weird round. Blue on both sides of the plate is usually an Italian feature. However, these sky rifts, right, only happen in Montenegro and also Albania. This is the Albanian flag, even though it's not. It's the logo that Albania has on the flag. It also happens in Albania, these little sky rifts. But I guess that those plates can happen in Albania as well. Stop sign. Albania never pops up for me. Long antenna on the car is good to remember. But yeah, this is definitely Albania. This is the most important detail of that. It's literally just the Albanian flag. Unless I'm screwing it up and it's Montenegro. I don't think so. I think it's the Albanian flag. I think Montenegro Well, I know Albania is like black and red, and Montenegro is like red and gold more so. Am I gonna totally fumble this here? I don't think so. I really think it's Albania. Yeah, I really think it is. If it's Montenegro, I'm going to be really sad. I'm looking for P-E-Z-E. Pez, something like that. Unfortunately, I don't know if that means something in this language or if it's the name of a place. Just don't know. But I'm not seeing it. I'm going to check Montenegro just in case. I don't think that's the insignia on the flag of Montenegro. I really don't. But it's close. I'm just going to throw down in Albania. Yeah, 39 miles away, near Tirana. And there it is. Peza. Or no, maybe it's that. Pez. Don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, it was on the Albanian flag. I'm not great with flags. Like, I'm pretty good, but not great. All right, so we talked about it a little earlier in this episode, like Czechia versus Slovakia. You will see these, and this is a really good clear look at them. This is actually way better, where you can see like the, I called them rhombuses earlier, but they're like rounded. They're like rectangles. They're like rounded rectangles. These are only in, to my knowledge, Czechia and Slovakia. Last time on Slovakia, we had a different car with a little antenna, I want to say. This is like really crystal clear coverage that they have in the Czech Republic. So I'm going to go Czechia on this for sure. We are on what appears to be an east-ish, west-ish road. Say maybe it's the E50. We are 36 miles away. It wasn't a major road. But 36 miles away is not too bad. And we could have a really, really good score here. I think we're in the US. Right side driving, yellow middle lines with white outside lines. Super green. Wish we could see a car clearly, but we can't. Because a plate could be helpful, but we just really can't see that. United States of America flag. It's got to be the USA. I want to go like Iowa or something. I don't think it's Iowa, though. Iowa will have white with blue, kind of hazy license plates. But I really don't know where this is. It could be like Indiana. Yeah, let's go Indiana. Why not? Indiana feels good. We'll go Indiana, and we'll kind of get like, in case it's a real random weird Delaware. Which again, I don't think it is, but Delaware does look like this some places. I mean, so does New Jersey, even where I'm from. But Illinois can look like this. Iowa can look like this. Missouri, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, even like Nebraska can look like this. So this could be a lot of different places, but I'm comfortable with an Indiana. And it was Wisconsin. But not too bad. 4K points brings us up to 22.5 on the round. And that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
It's insane, I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, I'ma turn taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speedbird's good.